It has been quite an impressive and crazy day on the London Metal Exchange today, with extremely high volumes being traded on the LME electronic trading system, and also with big price corrections in most of the base metals. And temporarily we had downs of 10% for tin, and copper was also down temporarily more than 3%. Tin was actually the most affected non-ferrous metal today, with a sell-off on the LME, while all metals fell further, with risk-off sentiment spreading across commodities and exchanges all over the world, while the COVID-19 continues to dent the demand expectations. Tin fell more than 6.4% this afternoon, despite falling by as much as 11% during early trading to a price level of $31,500 a ton, when it was at $35,383 at the closing price of yesterday. Trading volumes exploded higher and open interest plunged, and this is suggesting that traders are holding long positions and they are rushing to find an exit. That's one of the analysts of the LME said about tin. More than 1,000 lots were traded by 5 p.m. this afternoon, and that is the highest volume we've seen since July 2019. Copper also sank to a 6-month low as China is reigning in growth. The US central bank signposting its intention to reduce stimulus, and also the rising COVID-19 cases are triggering a major sell-off. Also, the mining stocks felt quite dramatically today. BHP Group fell more than 18% on the exchange. Freeport McMoran down by 16%, and also Glencore, the shares lost more than 12% today. China's government is definitely determined to slow the growth. They have been flagging this since March, and we have a virus that won't go away, and the Federal Reserve officials expecting to reduce bond buying, and this is definitely hurting commodities severely. Not only base metals, but also like iron ore, which had a massive sell-off today, and also the oil prices, which went heavily down. According to the minutes of the Federal Reserve's July meeting, officials largely expect to reduce their monthly bond buying later on this year. And this has boosted the US currency, the US dollar, which when it rises makes dollar price commodities more expensive, of course, for holders of other currencies, which could definitely subdue the demand. This afternoon, the euro against the dollar was traded at a low level of 116.70. On the LME, it was fixed at 116.99. The LME fixing against the British pound was at 136.82, and against the Japanese yen at 109.58. Now we're quite at the closing of the LME today, so if we have a small look at the 3-month prices, we can see that copper lost at the end of the day now about 1.8%. The pricing is now at $8,893. We are below 9,000, which is something we haven't seen for a couple of weeks and months. Aluminium, which was also a big gainer the last weeks and months, has lost 0.7% today. The 3-month price is closing about $2,544 a ton. Zinc price lost 1.3%. The 3-month price was at $2,944, so also below the level of $3,000. Nickel, one of the biggest loser today, lost 2.6%. The pricing was at $18,420 on the 3-month price. Lead lost about 1.7%. It was trading at 2,257. And tin, which was, as I said, temporarily more than 11% in the minus, is closing now with a minus of about 6.7%. That's quite heavy losses at $33,380 a ton. So it will definitely be quite interesting to see tomorrow morning or during the night trading, if of course investors will use actually those dips for buying new long positions, if there's going to be some kind of a recovery in the LME prices tomorrow morning during the early trading times in Asia. Let's see what it will be. It's quite interesting, but as I said today, absolutely crazy volumes. We had more than 34,000 lots of copper traded, more than 20,000 lots of aluminium traded, and zinc and nickel were more than 13,000 lots. So huge, massive interest in the market on both sides. So let's see what tomorrow will bring, if we're going to have a price recovery.